Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back. We are officially starting Season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This has been the long-awaited season, as a lot of people have really been waiting for us to get here, myself included. So let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon or for Gabriel's channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also could suggest and vote what movies we react to each month. Right now, we have a poll up for what is going to be replacing the bear, so if you are over there, go check that out as well. It's just a great way to support the channel, helps do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. With that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 1, The Ghost. Here we go. We wouldn't immediately start off with the man, would we? There's no way, right? Maybe it's just a ghost. Then again, to just say the ghost. Hello. Hello. Mommy coming to come shake things up? Oh. She hunting down watchdogs? Taking trophies too. Or maybe that was their base she infiltrated. Otherwise she's collecting masks, which would be metal as all hell.
Shoot anything that moves.
Wait, hold on. Where did... Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, where did she come from when she can literally almost kind of fly?
He got me. He'll kill us all.
Oh, wait, what?
Give me that damn thing.
Damn. Oh, yo. Okay. We are doing this right now. Oh! If it... Yes! Please. Yo! Yo, holy shit! That is so metal! Oh my god. This is how we're starting? Oh! Dude. That is badass. Oh, just the little glimpse. The little glimpse. Really teasing us here. Dude! Let's go. I forget this writer's name. Fuck. I used to know this. Oh, what a great revamp of the logo. Damn, what an entrance.
That's one way to go. You want a beer?
It's 6 o'clock in the morning. What are you, Hemingway?
Aw. I have no idea how to play that game. I had a lot of fun playing with the little pieces more than I ever understood how they actually functioned on the game. Because my grandparents had one of these, like the kit and caboodle and all.
I could smell it from the hall.
But I was just, all I was concerned with was the chips or whatever they are.
The Munchies was a superpower. They'd be signing the Sokovia Accords as we speak.
You should let me work on Lola.
I warned you. Everything in Lola is custom.
Everything is custom, but it would be something to do.
Everything is custom.
Sir?
You gotta stop calling me that.
Oh, there
Back to HQ.
What, equals
We're
now?
not due for restock for another 10 days.
Damn.
No idea. They said it's classified.
He's not director anymore, is he?
We'll need full inventory. Medical, provisions, fuel cells, and make sure you tell the crew they'll need to call ahead if they want off our next deployment.
Who is in charge now? Is it Talbot? That would be something.
And they.
Yeah, I think you look forward to that more than I do.
God, he needs all of that.
was his mistake?
He's not you.
You know I'm not gonna talk.
He didn't anticipate your back kick. Opened himself up.
His mistake was he tapped out.
His mistake is he's a little bitch. It's still our base, at least, but who's in charge?
Hey, people! What, you never seen the biggest plane ever built before? Next pairing! On the mat!
She's moved up.
I got word from contacts in law enforcement, Los Angeles. 2 civilians were violently killed.
Mysterious burns, heads bashed in, spine pulled out of his.
Many conflicting accounts. but
I'm
all-
sorry, what? Did he get Mortal Kombated? Just spine rip and all? I mean, there was a lot of blood for that.
The police also have another victim in custody. Critical condition.
Wait, she's not director now, right? Or she just have the authority to, you know, call the shots?
Mentioned seeing a girl, saying it was the one from the news. Quake.
Which you didn't want to send over the wire.
You report all
Oh,
Daisy's
okay.
case.
Okay, so she's not director.
We pursued her. She was a ghost.
Well, in his infinite wisdom, he says you're now forbidden to.
But you're telling us this
In
because
case we want to do something about it.
Aww.
Look, I can bury this until the official police report comes through.
That'll buy us a few hours of lead time. Get to LA, sniff around.
we have an active Inhuman asset in Los Angeles that's due for a check-in soon enough.
Who?
They'll pull us out.
And the armed forces will be sent in after her.
With orders to kill.
Lovely. Are you serious? Well,
That's not Daisy's MO.
The world knows her as Quake, and Quake is an outlaw who takes down banks and bridges.
Oh, come on, we both.
with her powers, not fire and
Watchdogs
spine
trying to take down
ripping.
their funding, their escape routes.
Regardless, you should fuel up and
Oh,
get back up in the
that's
air
what she's
ASAP.
been
Before the military
targeting.
does something bad.
That makes sense. Oh, he's coming. Oh, never mind. No, this is her. I thought it was going to be him coming to finish the job.
How are we feeling today?
It's too late for me. They say when the rider burns you, he burns your soul.
That he does.
Soul can never heal.
That is correct. Damn, though. She's gonna get blamed for this one too. I mean, it looks shitty as all hell right there, you know, so sus.
I hear my voice echo, but it sounds strange in my head. The detail is amazing.
Oh, wait. They're not.
I am 3 feet off the ground.
Are they testing out like that shit Tony was showing off?
The CPU seems to be handling the high poly count. Textures are impeccable. We should build a place to get away.
Direct current stimulation creates the other senses like touch and taste, but also takes feedback. So I've just mapped your brain's response.
Response
Or maybe this is their
own.
own invention.
Dr. Radcliffe came up with the architecture.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
he calls
there
it
we
the
go.
Framework, but all the transcranial apparatus.
Framework.
Yeah, because soon you won't even need the eyewear or the earwear because it'll all be inside your head.
So May's strike team will be able to train virtually instead of May constantly breaking their ribs.
Who the hell are you?
Leave them be, Nathanson. They have more reason to be here than you do.
Get
Good to
called
see
out.
yours.
6 weeks.
Who's the director?
Heard you got a promotion.
Oh yeah, and a title.
Yeah, special advisor to the director in science and technology.
Or sadist.
Wow.
Yeah, and random state-of-the-art lie detector tests.
So that's the cost of being in the director's inner circle.
Yeah, he's paranoid about what happened the last time S.H.I.E.L.D. was government run. Calls it his widespread infiltration monitoring program.
Or wimp.
It's gotta be Talbot with that kind of naming scheme. Come on. He was the one bitching about who comes up with these names. And his are garbage. Or whoever this is.
I can't imagine a use for that.
You never wanted one?
I mean, who else could it be, right?
You direct
Is there anybody I'm not thinking about?
Agent Coulson.
Agent Coulson.
And the directions will be there when you boot it up.
That looks so weird. Not attached, man.
What's the assignment?
It's classified.
Damn, that sucks. Then again, that's not too different to how things were before.
Sadly,
Yeah, you can't make the match either.
I have to finish my reports.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's okay.
Work keeping them apart.
Shame hardly get to see each other, any of us.
At least it's better than the friends we'll never see again.
Damn, wow. That's true. One way to look at it. And her arms are getting jacked up. Is it from her powers? Are the gauntlets not rebounding anymore? Is it overuse or something else? She left one hell of a tip for the housekeeping. Then again, God knows what she left in there.
We just stole a box. I don't even know what was inside of it. I mean, we loaded on an 18-wheeler, we parked it in the warehouse, and we just left it.
Left it for who?
The Chinatown crew. They set the job up and were willing to pay big.
Lies. Aryan Brotherhood working with the Chinese.
I swear.
Oh, his smooth voice, man.
If you don't tell me, you'll have to tell him.
Oof. Love it.
They've been known to work for cash, burglary, assault, sort of the value meal of hired guns. They're suspect.
So is it, okay, this is a question I'm going to learn over the course of this, I'm sure. Is he inhuman or is he supernatural a la the comics and stuff like that, you know? Because sometimes certain liberties are not allotted to them in these types of adaptations and whatnot, and I don't know. So I'm wondering if they're going to dive into that all that much, because I've seen like other shows and stuff like that bring in what normally would be a supernatural character or a character of alternative origins. Let's go, yo! But they would give them like a background to fit in with all this.
I see you went to Columbia for a week. And tickets to Miami coming up.
Do you watch me sleep or shower? You don't have to use a satellite to get to know me better. Just ask me to dinner again.
Yes, I just had the most guttural thought of how she could use her powers. I'm gonna keep it in my brain because that's probably where it should stay.
What is the official mission? Can I help?
Here's where I have to remind you of the Sokovia Accords, which you signed, require approval by the United Nations Subcommittee before it enhanced.
S.H.I.E.L.D. moves too slow now, Turtleman. I prefer to move fast.
Yes, she does. I love that she just still calls him Turtle Man.
If you're in Miami, look me up. Just because we can't work together doesn't mean we can't live a little.
Exactly.
Where's Jemma? Is she not coming?
All work and no play, huh? It's a bit disappointing.
Damn, he's got a nice place.
It should be pretty lopsided, do you think? Their keeper's absolutely crap. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had no idea there was somebody here.
Hello.
I didn't...
Oh my goodness.
Hello. I'm glad to find... Hello. I'm glad to find...
Oh, she's not quite ready yet.
She's crashed.
I'm glad to find... Hello. I'm glad to find...
Interesting.
I'm glad to find... Hello. I'm glad to find...
Where's the power switch?
Hello. I'm glad to find...
What the hell?
Appropriate reaction.
Must have overcranked it. A reboot.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant, what the hell?
You've already met Ada, digital personal assistant, as a voice on the computer. So I built her a body.
Yeah, a naked body.
I was just now.
A robot?
It's not just a robot. It's one that can cross the uncanny valley and come out the other side. Pass for human.
It's definitely a she, because it's...
She has
yes, it's a she.
Micro expressions, full range of motion. I mean, physically it's...
Dude, this would tee up perfectly Fury's replicants, or a Doombot for that matter.
No. We have to report this right away. You could lose everything.
I know.
Or you could go to jail.
I know. Full disclosure at this time is the best course of action. I agree.
And then that technology enters the wrong hands. Not to say that his are the right hands. Quite clearly he's proven otherwise. But yeah, I don't know. So apparently somebody had mentioned in the comments that this was something that they had mentioned or name dropped in one of the Marvel movies. I don't remember it at all. I forget even what they called it.
They watch my every move, but certain moves they can't see. Can't get these over the counter. S.H.I.E.L.D. issue for rapid bone healing, yes? I know you splintered your bones when you first powered up. Are you pushing yourself too hard?
Don't worry
She's just overworking her body.
I was tracing the sale of a weapon, and I think I may have stumbled upon a serial killer.
Ooh, fun. I thought maybe you were growing roots, Stacy. LA used to be where you hang out, no?
No roots.
Everyone gets attached to something eventually. Send me a picture of this guy. Maybe I can cover some ground and I know how he looks.
No, I still haven't gotten a good look at him yet, so just...
I like that she's helping.
They won't give up on you, especially Coulson. Oh, he wants us to find you.
Well, that's too bad, because there's only one thing I want.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Nothing to lose.
My heart. It's cracked.
Should help your team in case of a blind takedown.
Thanks.
I need you to sign for it.
Oh my God.
Level rainbow of, what's it called?
The spectrum of security.
Why do I, level red, have to go through you, level orange, to request hardware? Shouldn't red be higher than orange?
Well, orange encompasses both red and yellow, so... It's hard to explain.
She's right.
But the director didn't want to use numbers because he didn't want any team member to feel less than.
But you do have a
Oh
higher
my God.
clearance than me.
Only in most instances.
Who is the director? Because that seems like something Talbot wouldn't do.
You think it might be Daisy?
I'm going to look into it. I just wondered if you'd heard anything from your law enforcement contacts.
I'm mostly in the dark these days. Why don't you ask the director, since you're one of the few people allowed or willing to do that?
Oof. Why we always gotta put our team in a bad spot at the start of every season, man? God damn it.
Where does he hit again last night? 2 dead in the street.
Who?
Oh, they're keeping tabs.
Ghost Rider. He must not be from around.
Yo! Oh, that is wicked.
Everybody that sees his face ends up on this wall.
I'm sorry, that car is the wrong color. That is awesome, though. It's given me vibes of Daredevil Season 2 with him and his run-in with the Punisher and his justice and how that justice clashes with his own. It's giving me that. Hey, there's... Just in case no one knows, I'm gonna shut up. I was gonna say, hey, that was Gabriel Luna, though.
Not fair.
You should have cut off your own hand.
Hell yeah. Oh, lovely. You have to, like, put in an effort to get blood all over the place like that, man.
Zong Wei, resident of Monterey Park, organ donor.
Say anything about him being a flesh-hungry rage monster?
No, I'm not saying anything about that here, so we have to assume that he wasn't until he came in contact with whatever's in that trailer.
Like, that would just be on his fucking driver's license. Oh my God, I love that. The humor in this show is top-notch. Okay, at least they didn't, like, drag that out. I don't feel as bad now.
No, I don't deserve to die! No!
Everyone says that.
Ooh. Gah.
Between Fast and Furious and Dukes of Hazzard, they wrecked a lot of them.
That is the same car, isn't it? As Dom's.
Daisy's in Los Angeles. There was an eyewitness, now dead. And I just received Yo-Yo's check-in report a week early, which means Coulson and Mack are there too, no doubt trying to track Daisy down.
Sounds right.
Oh no.
Why, if not to give him that intel in person, knowing it's against the director's order?
I didn't send them. I don't have the authority. They acted on their own.
And now I have to report it, which means now I either look like I'm incompetent or colluding with you.
Wouldn't want you falling out of favor with the director.
Oh my God.
Our team split up to lead departments, given different colors, because we're experts? No. I think the director broke up the band on purpose.
Of course he did.
It's what you do.
I knew we'd be divided, undermined, kept in the dark, so I have been clawing for as much power as I can possibly grab to keep a modicum of control over any of this.
Aww.
I don't trust the new director, but he trusts me. So now, in order to keep that trust, I must take the appropriate action to address this break in protocol.
So the way she said that seems like it is, in fact, not Talbot. So who then is it? And how long are we going to have to wait? And also, let's go Jemma for Putting the smackdown there verbally on her. It's nice to say, like, we're, like, snuffing out the inter-team doubt shit real quick.
This is not AI. AI is banned and that's good. This is mimicry of human behavior.
Still in the wrong hands.
How's that different?
But a weapon is absolutely not the idea.
Well, then why? What's she for?
Why not let Ada tell you herself?
Damn. She did that so well.
I'm glad to finally shake your hand, Leopold.
Well, she's not fucking up at the moment.
He speaks often of the pain that you and Agent Simmons have had to suffer, having lost so many friends. Lincoln Campbell, Andrew Garner, Antoine Triplett.
Okay, stop it. You don't have to list them.
Oh.
The hope is that I will be able to prevent future tragedies.
Okay, never mind.
Save the lives of agents by putting myself in harm's way.
So, basically like a human drone.
I will protect. I will serve as a decoy target, a safeguard,
Wow.
a shield.
Still kind of creepy. Still kind of fucked. But what my immediate thought was when he was talking about mimicry, it was like, you've lost all these people. It was like, they'd be a way to be remembered by making mimics of them.
It's dangerous to show the new director. We don't know what he'd do with it. And she would have to tell him, so she can't know. Not until... Until she's perfect.
Oh. So I presume, like, the way... Because it is AI, regardless of what he says. Unlike Ultron, there's probably limitations to its learning functionalities. It's not going to become self-aware, or shouldn't become self-aware, like Ultron was. Him and Jarvis were both kind of designed with that ability to mimic the way our minds operate. Jarvis having safeguards, Ultron not so much. I presume there's something like that, just to a lesser degree.
Those guys are transferring the box to the armored transport. Maybe they peeked inside or something.
But if you're just making like a drone, basically, to go do the dangerous stuff for you, you could probably have made it look a little less human so that there would be a little bit of a detachment from what you're essentially putting it through.
They probably saw what was in this box and were fighting over it, you idiot! I've been told it's powerful enough to bring our new enhanced enemies to their knees.
What is it?
She's been tracking this sale. She could show up here any minute.
I don't know.
Let's let this play out, see if anyone else makes an appearance.
Oh, I think somebody else is going to make an appearance. No, this is the first episode, and usually in the first episode, you really get your hook for the season and stuff like that. So I'm wondering how frequently he's going to actually pop up throughout the season, or we're just getting a lot of him front-loaded right now.
Yard's closing.
Oh, was she recognize the jacket? She did see the jacket, or at least we did.
Robbie.
Well, Robbie, I
Robbie Reyes, right?
A sweet black
I think.
69 Charger.
Is that right?
Maybe he bought some parts here.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Doesn't ring a bell. I only work nights once a week.
Yeah, you do.
It's a book of sales you can flip through in the main office. Not really an office, more of a trailer, but I can show you.
That would be great.
Oh, is she not going to show up now because of this? Oh, what the hell? What was that?
What was that?
That's what I'm trying to say. Oh! Souls? Okay, so we are getting spooky. Let's go! Oh.
Get away from me!
Well, that concern has been alleviated. See, I knew they didn't know what they were talking about when it came to Hive.
Strange place to spend your vacation.
Uh-oh.
Not a great neighborhood.
She remembers that. Oh. Uh-oh. Whoa. Wow, we're doing this.
You've got the devil inside you, too.
Oh my god. This is awesome.
What's going on, guys?
What a reaction is that? So what's going on, guys?
Can't wait for Daisy.
These guys might kill somebody besides each other.
Yeah, us. Z1, we got a situation. We need a little help here.
Nice.
guys know what to do.
God, May and her own little squad is kind of wild.
Damn.
It's fishing, man. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghost Rider!
You shouldn't have gotten involved.
Serial killers always complain when you try to intervene.
I only kill asesinos who deserve it. It's vengeance, chica.
For what? You killed a detective.
He had blood on his hands.
Oh, God.
You don't get to decide who deserves to die.
It really is like Punisher. Oh, let's go! Dude! Holy shit, that looks so good. I really hope we get a Ghost Rider in the MCU at some point. Hey, if you're saying that, you don't. The writer has spoken. I feel like that is a true judge right there of character. If the writer isn't willing to take your soul, you might want to ease up on yourself a little bit. God, man, that looked comparable, if not even better than the scenes we've seen in the films. Aww. Who's the director? Yeah, I don't know, man. Making it look human like that just makes it feel wrong. You know? Worse. I will say, I don't really know much about Robbie Reyes.
I only needed a ride to help Canelo balance the books because my brother didn't finish high school.
Yo, I finished high school in the 11th grade.
No, she's still got the little hula dancer.
Everyone's attached to something.
Is she gonna use that against him? Or what? Damn it! Come on! I want to know. I want to know.
Director will want to have words with you at HQ. No Daisy, huh?
No, but she was tracking these guys, so maybe this is a win. I don't know.
I feel like if it was a Talbot at this point, they would have just said Talbot. Unless they really are spiteful about him taking power. But again, a lot of these things feel very not Talbot. Well, some things do feel kind of Talbot-y.
A moment, just us.
I don't know, man. Someone... Is it anyone we... Oh!
It's a long day.
Uh-oh.
Take advantage of the downtime.
Shit. Fuck. Damn it. No answers just yet. Still only speculation. I didn't expect us to full on get that much Ghost Rider or any Ghost Rider at all in the first episode. That was wild. I don't know, man. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting to see him, at least in action. You know, when we got that little taste at the beginning with him behind the flames, Sephiroth style, I thought maybe that was going to be it. But we got a decent amount of it. Also set up of the character, a little bit of an insight, you know, what he does for work, what he does during the day, what he does when he takes these people back to his own place. A little bit of a glimpse into his home life, as well as information on who he targets, which if you're familiar with the writer as a character in general, you know that while extreme in his efforts, the people he punishes, if they are hurt by his flame, they kind of deserve it. It's not like he's making the call. This is an entity that literally peers into your soul, everything you've done, thought, felt, whatever, and can determine what's true about you in the end. His powers don't work on those that don't, have anything really to worry about. Like if the pure of heart or people truly innocent, like at least with his penance stare, it won't do anything. Weaponizes your sin against you, really is what it does. Obviously, the fire aspect can physically hurt you. He can physically hurt you. But when it comes to like the effects on your soul that he has, I'm pretty sure that if you're okay, you're probably going to be okay. Which I think, again, as much as Daisy is still riding off the guilt that she's felt from everything before, I like that they at least carried that over because we can kind of live with that a little bit longer than we did. That is still something that's driving her as well. She's seeking out Watchtower. She's doing her own thing. She's not under S.H.I.E.L.D's thumb. She's going off the books. She's hunting down these hate groups, trying to unravel them, cutting off their funding. That's what we learned. The bridge was a transport. She was trying to head off the sale of this weapon, or what was it? It was the sale of this weapon, or that's the latest thing. Either way, she was trying to impede Watchdog movement by doing that. The bank was specifically because she was trying to disrupt their finances to kind of cripple them that way. All of it is to that end. So she's gone full on vigilante, which is kind of fun to see. Especially, I presume, after everything that happened. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe because of everything that happened and whoever this new director is, with the S.H.I.E.L.D. being formally pulled back into the government and having that oversight like that, probably doesn't jive with her or people like her right now. So I find that really interesting. And Yo-Yo at least is playing like as a mediator between the sides, helping her and helping them in one way, shape, or form. I like that. They're keeping their connections open. She's out doing her own thing at this point, trying to do what she can, I presume, with what she's been given, trying to make up for what's happened to her people and everything that happened in the previous season that she feels responsible for, and just trying to do what she can to help without any of that baggage that comes with that. Obviously the team is after her because they care about her, but it's just their perspectives right now are not in sync. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen and how long that's going to last. I don't know. What was in that box? What was she tracking? She thought it was a weapon. We saw this like spectral form leave this box and all the people around it got possessed. And then we see this figure that was kind of looming in the shadows walk past May. It may even be in May right now for all we know. We don't know that it directly needs to possess, because it hit all of those people all at once. I also find it really interesting, coming off the heels of an episode, or a season rather, about Hive and him being the origin of the devil. All of those myths and legends about hell were about all of this, when, at least if you knew where this was going to go, a lot of that kind of proves to be false. Because if we're introducing Ghost Rider, you're introducing Mephisto. I mean, maybe they won't by name, but that's where the writer's powers come from. And he is the devil. I just found that really weird. But then again, that is all based on the knowledge that they have at that point. They haven't really tapped into these corners of the world. As Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. grows on and the MCU starts to expand, they start entering these other pockets that were previously unexplored to them. So that was probably just the history as they knew it, the information as they knew it, and just not the reality. I could be completely wrong, because I don't know what the licensing structure was around when this season actually came out. And like I kind of touched on a little bit during the reaction, I've seen things like this where they wanted to incorporate a character, but their world didn't have the rights to certain things. So they brought the character in as aesthetically close to what they're supposed to be as possible, but they may have shifted the origins around to make it fit what they're allowed to play with. Like, for example, this isn't like the case, like this is just an example. It's like if let's say the MCU didn't have the rights to mutants yet, so they couldn't introduce Wolverine and be like, hey, he's a mutant. So they might make them instead an Inhuman so that they can explain their powers and fit it into what we're familiar with in the show. Again, it could be all based within his faith here, that's what he believes. If they're sticking to the comic stuff, we're dipping into the supernatural. So that's a spirit, not a parasite, I would presume, and he is the rider for the devil. So we'll see. We got to see. We got to figure it out. I'm just trying to kind of manage expectations with what I know versus what the show has told us so far, which isn't all that much. So we'll just have to wait and find out. And we got to see how the team is kind of dealing with this whole thing. What do you do when you have a group that goes rogue like this, that is this tight-knit like this, if you want to keep a handle on them, you gotta keep them separated. And even still through all that separation, they are still trying to do what they always do. Stand by their own, do what they feel is right. Unfortunately though, because of that fracturing, like they still are having these moments where they're not comfortable with the way things are, the way the new director is implementing all these checkpoints and all this kind of stuff, because it just slows down their ability to do what they do. It just really kind of defangs them a little bit, their ability to respond to these actions with all the red tape. It was why, when they worked with Talbot before, they tried to circumvent a lot of that. And maybe Talbot even got in trouble with that, because at this point, like, I'm starting to think it's not Talbot at all. So I don't know if it's someone we've seen before, a new face. Because like I said, there were some things that seemed like that might be something Talbot would say. And also kind of ironic given the fact that he chastised them over these naming schemes before. But then there was other things that just didn't feel like something he would do at all. In the end, like, a lot of times we have these like series resets, season resets rather. We have to reset the team as well and put them in a different spot. And a lot of the times, and kind of similar to how season 2 kicked off and how season 3 started, everybody's kind of managing their own thing. They're all kind of separated. It's almost a little bit of a pattern. So we kind of addressed it though real quickly in this. Like, we do have a shakeup of the status quo. Things are a little bit different because of Coulson's actions. He's now just an agent. So that's an interesting shakeup to the dynamic, but all of the relationships are mostly intact, save for the fact that they are separated from each other and have to work in these underhanded, behind the scenes kind of ways to kind of keep on doing what they're doing. And especially with the way that Daisy's being treated by the government versus how they are treating her, especially with the fallout of the Sokovia Accords and everything with Ultron. But we do have this moment here where May, who's getting frustrated with all of this, and how Simmons is kind of the only person that has the director's ear at this point. She's the mediator between them and everybody else, all these other departments. She's the only person that the director's open to listening to at this point. So there's almost this kind of like animosity that comes with that, where it feels like she's kind of betrayed them because she is feeding into and schmoozing up to the person that has fragmented them. But that's completely misunderstood. And I'm glad we got that out of the way, and that this wasn't going to be something that was going to cascade into subsequent episodes, or at least it might come back up once or twice or whatever. I mean, that's the reason Fitz isn't telling her about what's going on here with John Hannah, with Radcliffe, because she's required to report that information because she goes through lie detector tests on a daily. So that's also fucked as all hell. I get it's a security measure. I get that this agency has fallen many times. It just sucks having your integrity really put to the test like that. But I get it. It just sucks that our people have to kind of go through all of that. And now it's also having him have to keep a secret from her, because he's just like, hey, if we tell her, if we let her in on this, she's going to have to do it, or she's going to get caught and fired, and if she can't pass that test. And the only reason, as we learned, that she's even like putting all this effort into kind of playing by the rules, being the pristine agent and getting close to the director, is so that somebody in the original unit has any level of control over what's happening. She doesn't like it. She hates it. Again, perception is a cruel mistress. From their perspective, they just see all of that. They don't see what she's thinking, what she's trying to do. And I'm glad that she called May out on it and just laid it all bare. And I like that May at least was like, in her own May kind of way, I'm sorry I even entertained the idea. She didn't say that, but it's kind of in her way kind of evoked that kind of messaging. It puts everybody on the same page while not being able to be on the same team, at least, which I find really interesting. Daisy's powers and her overuse of them, her like quest in doing all of this, is also damaging her body. The gauntlets that they designed for her, at least with the amount that she is using her powers now, just are not enough to counteract the effects. So we're seeing that take a toll on her as well. And I'm just wondering, like, because we haven't really dealt with that, because she didn't need that after her time at Afterlife. So is it because she's also at a balance, or maybe it's subconscious as she's punishing herself? I thought they had kind of resolved the self-harming aspect of her ability. I have to imagine it's got to be self-inflicted. Psychological, maybe? Her own way of punishing herself. Which, coming back to that, because I kind of got on a tangent and forgot to even get to my point. She's so broken and guilt-ridden at all this, like when she you know, she was still on her quest and all this kind of stuff, doing what she was doing for her own little crusade, so to speak. She came to this point where, you know, he had her dead to rights and he could have killed her if he wanted to, but she was like, do it. Please just do it. End it. I deserve it. And she was judged. She was judged by the writer, undeserving of that fate. Again, it's just all in her head. It's the demon she's created for herself rather than a real one. I kind of like that. It's a nice, really quick and concise way to get that across. That's a great use of the ghostwriter character right there, especially coming off the heels of a story like last season's. You know, you guys have been hyping this up. I mean, hell, when this season was coming out, they were hyping up this character so much so that somebody like me still knew that they were introducing this character. And, you know, sometimes the promotional images and stuff that they put out for this kind of thing look a little bit better than how they end up playing out, but in the show, in the episode, it looked really fucking good. Movie quality good. I hope that holds true in all the subsequent appearances. I imagine we're going to get a lot of Gabriel, not a lot of Ryder. I mean, to manage those expectations, but when we do, I hope it at least looks close to this. You know, I know we're putting our best foot forward. It's the premiere episode. A lot of the times you put a lot of your money right out of the gate, right there to get people hooked and interested in the season. I just hope that in subsequent appearances, they stick to that quality at least, even if that means that they sparingly use the character. I don't expect to see the writer come out all the time. I'm just letting you guys know where I'm at on my expectations. I like that also, too, that the community is kind of keeping tabs on him as well. It's kind of become a little bit of a local legend. That's so fun. I don't know when this came out, how close to the Daredevil season 2 this was, but it feels very much like Daredevil season 2 to me. The ideological battle between like the Punisher and Daredevil and their senses of justice. It kind of seems like what's going on here. Also, I just realized that I left the arcane lights on, by the way. So, oh well, nothing I can do about that now. We'll fix that in the next episode though. But guys, that's all I got. I'm going to pass it off to you. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the following reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come here to the channel and get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Share, Your Course Gov, Robert Aguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Watchtower. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.